Hi, this is Terry Westbrook, and I'm here with Karla. We just finished the board meeting for March, and we had a few interesting things we thought we'd pass on to you. A couple of things have come across of which you may or may not be aware of. NAR is in the middle of making their decisions for 2014 committees. If you've ever had an interest in getting involved in NAR on a committee level, now's the time to get on the NAR site and go in and update your profile. And if you have questions or need more clarification on that, call Pam here at the office or email her, and she can direct you as to where we'd go to get you involved in that program. I've been involved on several committees, and good information if you're interested. Thought I'd give you that update. Some questions also have come up about the land bank. We're still working on that. We're in a process where we're at the subcommittee level of communicating with the group that's going to propose what happens with the land bank at the full board. So we've gone to several meetings on that, had some conversation. We continue to support our current position that we've had out for some time on our position with the land bank. Next meeting is at 7:30 in the morning next Tuesday. We will have representation there. It's open to the public, but they traditionally will have a public period, and then they go into their subcommittee, and then hopefully they'll have some resolution to go on to their full board soon. So just that update. Stay tuned for further land bank stories.
Make a note if you want to be a part of that.
Oh yeah, if anybody want to get up at 7:30 and go listen at the county building and have conversation with the political people that are involved in that, it's a wonderful morning event. Karla, what would you like to talk about? You have something?
Well, we had, I think you were going to talk about too, that we had several committees reports already come in this past month of everybody starting to finally ramp up. Lucas Howard had a couple motions for us as it pertained to rebar camp this year, and those were passed. I want to give you a heads up on the dates of those. First, they have defined that on June 20, we're going to have a smaller rebar meeting. And then September 18 is a larger primary. I think the one that most everybody's pretty used to, so we'll actually have two this year. The other thing that's coming up I want to make you aware of is on April 11 from 9 to 3 is the Lansing Rebar. So if you're interested in joining them, that would be a good thing as well. I think last year we had a bus. I don't know if we're doing that again this year, but certainly you can participate in that. So I'll go back with you, Terry.
Well, I've had a lot of conversation about the public school system, especially Grand Rapids this last week. I've been to a couple of functions that have kind of given me information. What we're trying to do is to get the information about the Grand Rapids public school system out to the people that are actually involved meeting the buyers and sellers in that school system, so they can be maybe fully informed on what's going on. There's a lot of transformation going on. You hear it on the news, they're closing this school, they're doing this, they're doing that. There's a lot of confusion about it, and I think it's worthwhile for us to have as much information as possible. So we're trying to gather that information and make it available to membership. So look for more of that in the future. I don't know that I have any specifics other than we're in that conversation period right now.
Good.
What else are we going to talk about?
Well,
I've got something else too.
You had
coming up on March 25th, this coming Monday, we've arranged to have a number of the state legislators, Lisa Lyons, Tom Hooker, and Rob Verheulen are going to be there. Looks like there could be a staff person from Bill Schuete's office, and there's 3 other local representatives or senators that may show up kind of as their schedule. Monday's their day to go out and meet with their constituents, so we're going to be involved in that potentially if they can fit it into their schedules. That'll be at 11 o'clock and go until about noon. And then we'll have an opportunity to talk to them about state issues. Then we'll have a quick lunch that's provided, and then Justin Amash is going to come in at 12:30 and talk to us about the federal issues that are going on out there. If you have questions, if you have just an interest in showing up, make sure you go online and sign up for it. And I'd love to have more participation. We're probably going to have a group from the Board of Directors, Government Affairs, and other interested parties. And again, I'd love to have you there because it's great information and you get the right from the source as opposed to over Facebook or the local media or whatever. There's so much going on in state and local government, so hope to see you there. What else can we talk about? Today at the Board of Directors meeting, we had the outside financial people that advise us on the position of the association in. They talked to us a bit about our financial position, how strong it was. Good, strong financial position. Everything's going in the right direction. We approved for an audit to be completed at the end of 2013, but at this point, everything looks like it's as we expected.
I had one more issue that you wanted me to bring up, and that was the IDX lawsuit.
Oh, that's
Couple
right.
different things, yep. Some of you may have seen that on Facebook where this realtor down in Florida, I think it was actually sued for listings that he received on an IDX feed. Wasn't his listing, but he was actually named in a lawsuit, him and the broker, and over the description of the actual listing. So you have to be a little bit careful what we all know that we need to be careful in what we put in our listing comments. So you and I could potentially be sued over listing content that's not even ours that we've procured. So we want to be aware of that, and as I understand it, this agent now has been removed from the lawsuit, but it is something we want to make brokers aware of. This is a rather important, I think, for liability's sake, certainly, to take a look at least your agents are pretty much promoting good. We want to focus on, we really want to focus on the house, not the person buying it. So I think that's the distinguishing line that we want to think about. So I had that. Just to recap events, Terry, do you have anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Just to wrap up, we've got events that are coming up. Make a special note of that. April 11 is Rick Conley, which is an ABR elective. On April 17, again, I think we talked about last month, was Ted C. Jones Seminar Wine Reception coming up. April 23rd is the Generations Continuing Education class. And April 24 is the BPOR Certification ABR 7-hour Con Ed class. And I think, and May 8th, one more thing, Doug DeVitri has tech tips, and I'm always about tech tips, so that's good stuff.
Okay.
And I think that's all I have for today.
Thanks for listening.
Yep,
See you next month.
See you later.